Hey Capricorns, and welcome to your November 2018 General Tarot Forecast. This is Sky here to give you guys hopefully another amazing reading for your month ahead. And what a sort of contrasting, polarizing month for you, Capricorn. I think that you're better off than you've been in a while. I think that you have more energy to work with, and I think that you are overall inspired as you're building up to your time of the year. This is the last month before we move into Capricorn season, and you see like very clearly the things which need to be resolved here and now. So there's a lot of attention being directed from you. It's like it might be a bit hard to focus on yourself this month. You're feeling like you're overbooked or you're overscheduled, or there's a sense of being so perhaps even disconnected from yourself, as Seven of Cups has seen itself being your central theme this month, which I am so tired of seeing Seven of Cups. I've got to be honest with you all. It has been so prevalent in about the last like 3 or 4 months readings on my channel, and it's like it just won't go away. It's like that person who just like won't go away now. So I am upset that Seven of Cups is your central theme, but it's not entirely bad for you, because I do feel that with Saturn and Pluto in your time as we build up to your time of the year, of course you're going to be ambitious. Of course you're going to be looking towards the horizon and looking towards what the future can give you and what is being offered to you from the universe. And that's natural, that's good. But do you come into November thinking about how you can continue to give to yourself despite that, despite all of the attention that you have to put onto the outer world and the attention that perhaps like your loved ones or relatives are requiring from you? Despite all of that, you have to still find a place for yourself in November and a place for your own thriving and your own business, as well. As I feel that this is a business month for Capricorn, whether that be related to your career or just a general idea of negotiating, different sectors of your life in different ways. Like, I do feel that you get down to business this month and you solve things. Like, I feel Capricorn to be very resolution oriented and able to solve problems that come up. Through seeing some kind of rejection, perhaps you do find the way to solve the overarching problem this month, and that's the main message that comes through. Yes, through that rejection, you solve the problem. So that's really wonderful to see from you. And it's also beautiful to see that Two of Cups, as well, as I feel that, having Two of Cups and Ten of Cups, really nice synergy, really nice harmony there. You will overcome any type of shortcoming or any type of obstacle with grace and love towards the people who matter in your life. And it feels like that will be mutual as well. It feels like through overcoming some of these things, people are really there for you, and it's like people are waiting. That's the image that I see for you, Capricorn, is it's like you are sailing like on a boat, like by yourself, but the people that love you and the people that matter are waiting for you at the shore. It's just a matter of getting there, and it's a matter of continuing to use your effort to get there. So like Godspeed, I feel like this month, as you do overcome a lot, but try to not get too caught up on that, because on the other side is something quite wonderful. Other intuitive messages that I'm feeling before I get into the week to week for you, there can be a bit of conflict here. You've got a lot of fire and water energy coming up, and a bit of earth and air as well. So you've got all of the different elements, but a majority of fire and water. So you could have a sense of burnout this month. You could have a sense of feeling like there is no resolution here, but the real truth is that you do find that this month, but problems might feel a little bit bigger than they have to. Nine of Wands reversed and Five of Wands together, to me, says that you are struggling to face conflict, maybe being a peacekeeper type of energy right now, like really not wanting to add to the fire. You are holding back when it comes to voicing your truth. And that does seem discouraging to you. There's a sense of like, I can't really have a say in this, or I can't really be present with this situation, which ultimately does give you a lot in the end, but it does make you a bit frustrated here. There is just a general frustration that I sense. That Seven of Cups, Nine of Wands, and Five of Wands together is just a sense of inner conflict and turmoil. But I'm so happy to see that you do come past that this month. That's not permanent, but it's something that you have to face. So I want to understand a little bit more deeply what that means for you. And my guides are saying that it has to do with, okay, what's that message coming through? It does have to do with what you yourself have rejected. So, like when you see Nine of Wands, for example, it's almost like you've made a cage and you're kind of stepping past that and you're kind of like, okay, I'm going to think about coming out of this safe place, even though it's kind of like held me prisoner. And you're still not quite trusting it, though. You're like, okay, do I need to go back into the cage? Do I need to go back into the house? Am I safe here? And mixing that together with Seven of Cups and Five of Wands, it says to me that there's so much conflict that it's hard to really see what's actually on the horizon. And it's hard to know without like sacrificing of yourself how to move forward. So right as you're coming into November, sit with yourself and allow a bit of stillness. Allow a bit of stillness and enjoyment of what the present holds for you, without necessarily needing to look deeply into the actions of others. So for those of you in relationships, this isn't a month to really be thinking, okay, their wording was odd in that message. Does that mean I'm being cheated on? Does that mean that I'm having some sort of like, really dramatic thing happening? Like really err on the side of caution, because with Jupiter doing what it's doing, with Uranus doing what it's doing, Venus going direct, and mainly the changing of sign of Jupiter, there can be a bit of delusion. There can be a bit of just like over chemicalization, I want to say, of the body. So all the stress hormones, all of that can kind of run rampant during this time. So try to just allow stillness in reaction to that, and to not be scared of that. But beautiful month in a lot of ways, Capricorn. I'm going to go ahead and get into the week to week to give you some more specifics on what's coming up. In the first week, you have Ten of Cups rooted down by the Queen of Wands. That's really wonderful energy. That's something that you've needed for a long time. Possibly or probably the best week of your month. The first week gives you connection to loved ones. It gives you esteem from coworkers or colleagues. And it gives you the opportunity to combine. So like to engage to be married, or to have a marriage, or to marry yourself, for example, to like marry your project even, and to look really wonderful while doing it. Like I feel, if for those of you who are getting married during that period of time, if you are, it's a time where your wedding is like very esteemed and very like envied possibly by other people. And that relates to like any Capricorn, really. The things that you are combining right now, the alchemy that you are doing, spiritual or otherwise, is very esteemed and very just very well put together. I sense like really strong fascia, really strong connective tissue within you. So you're growing, you're getting healthier, your body is doing what it needs to do. For those of you having health problems, I want to validate for you in this reading that your body is healing, especially in the first week of November. So whatever you can do to support that, really, really good. So if you can get the proper sleep in the first week, eat the proper meals, and have the proper reactions towards stress, you will see that you heal a lot in the first week. There's also a message to be humorous and to allow humor and laughter to enter into all connections within your life. Week number 2, you have Ace of Swords reversed, rooted down by Nine of Wands reversed. So we take a little bit of a 180 there. As you're feeling uncomfortable with something in the second week, not all of you. Some of you would have already dealt with this, and for those of you who have sort of dealt with the loose ends, I feel this to be a test from the universe. Like, do I want to go back to that? Do I want this fascia to not be so connective? Do I want this healing to not be so abundant? Capricorn can take from themselves. It is a sort of a taking sign at the sense of the self. So a higher evolved Capricorn will know that they never can do that, but a lower evolved Capricorn will think that through doing that, they ascend quicker. So how can you not take from yourself but still achieve progress during that week is the key. What new ideas can you have? Ace of Swords reversed to me says that you're feeling out of ideas. You're feeling like you don't have like a fresh new way to approach this. Or for those of you who are business people, you're feeling like the product that you're selling is not fresh anymore, or there's something not new enough about what you're doing. So why are you scared to innovate? I feel like Capricorn is kind of scared to innovate in that week, because Nine of Wands reversed is so conservative energetically. It's so like, I'm not really going to overdo things. I'm going to be really careful. And I'm proud of y'all for that, actually. I'm actually proud of you, because when Saturn is in your sign, one of the main lessons is to not overdo things. One of the main lessons is to not overuse your energy, even in situations which like feel too good to be true. So even though like perhaps for other signs, I would interpret that as a negative quality, I think that is good for you right now to be a bit slow, or to be a bit to allow yourself to wait, to allow yourself to not just explode, because that is like that week in which Jupiter moves from Scorpio to Sagittarius. So there's going to be a strong like energy that comes in, and a strong recatalyzation for most people. And I'm proud actually that you are taking that slowly and you're not spending it all in one place. As you move into the third week with Four of Pentacles rooted down by Five of Wands, again, you're taking things slowly, and you might see that people expected more. So, for example, you see that people expected you to spend everything that you have, or if you like received an inheritance or a bonus of some kind, you might see that the people around you expect to benefit from that as well, and that creates a sense of conflict. You are encouraged with the current energies to be like very lightly giving, so very lightly charitable, like not being impulsive with that, not doing it on account of like your own vanity or your own looks, as Capricorn doesn't tend to do that, but small like givings of your abundance is well treated right there. And it's always a sign with Four of Pentacles to like hold back, to be again conservative. There's a lot of conservative energy from like an energetic standpoint in this reading. So like not pushing too hard, not demanding too much of yourself, not paying too much, not getting too much, not like just overdoing things. So I do want to keep saying that throughout the reading, as I kind of have to like remind y'all, because y'all have come into a lot. I don't know whether a lot of you have had like the promotion or again like inheritance or something. It is like the energy of inheritance because you've had a lot that has come in. Again, that could be money or it could be relationships or just energy. And I'm again so proud of you for not spending that all in one place. But the rest of people who don't understand what you're going through may not share that opinion. They may not agree with how you're spending what you have earned here and now. But keep true to yourself and keep frugal. Like there is a message to be like frugally giving in some way with a nice balance of those two ideals. It's also a signal to me that it's better to hold back in conflict versus like putting all of your cards on the table. So if you are having a conflict with someone, better to pull back than to, let them have it, or to really voice like the truth of the situation, or to like really get real with someone. Keep your tongue held. I feel in the third week of November gives you a lot of power. Week number 4, Two of Cups rooted down by Knight of Pentacles reversed. I'm so happy to see Two of Pentacles for you. Two of Cups for you. I almost said Two of Pentacles. So there could be a bit of an indecision coming in with love, because Two of Pentacles is all about indecision and not knowing which route to take. So some of you could have multiple options. For those of you who are single and have been dating, like it feels like you might have like a lot of people come in, or a lot of people who suddenly want to be with you. For those of you who are in a relationship, I feel that you have like a lot of options with how to move forward in your relationship. You have like should I move in with them? Should I, how can I further this relationship? And there are like a lot of ways that you could do that. Try to choose only one. Try to not be over zealous with your choices of how to move relationships forward. You might sort of have like an urge to do everything. Like, okay, I'm going to propose, I'm going to move in with them, I'm going to share bank accounts with them, I'm going to give them my credit card, I'm going to start making food for them. Like when Capricorn is really in love, they become a little bit subservient and like really want to help their loved ones. So like try to just give it like one thing at a time. Like take things slowly. Don't be too impulsive. You're going to have a little bit of a drive to be impulsive in the month of November and like really perhaps overdo things, again with Jupiter moving into Sagittarius, especially those of you with Sag in your chart. So it can be a month where you're like, yeah, I'm going to accept this marriage even though I don't really like this person, but it's just like such an exciting thing. Really measure yourself. Measure your indulgences right now, as Saturn is in your sign, Pluto is in your sign. It's not like a time for hasty decisions, unless they're decisions that don't really carry a lot of weight. But like weighty decisions like marriages or like investments or inheritances or like anything that's like represents a big portion of your life has to be done very measuredly and very structuredly as well, if that's the word. But that's rooted down by Knight of Pentacles reversed. So to me, it says that, again, just enforcing the ideal that you could have a tendency to be over giving in love, or over allowing, allowing people to walk on you, or even like for some of you, and this is only a small percentage, like in a relationship where you love the person too much, or where you're over giving of your love, and perhaps where they're not giving that back to you. And it is sort of a test to see like, will you stay in a situation where you don't feel given to? Sometimes Capricorn will be a bit of a martyr in that way. But overall, a month where you can feel love. 7 of Cups is your central theme, which does say to me that there's clarity that comes in here, and there's clarity that has to come in here. So don't be scared of what you see in this month. Don't be scared of the truths that do emerge and do come forward, because you are protected through those truths. 7 of Cups can sometimes enjoy a bit of self-deception. It's like, okay, like this doesn't have to be known. Like there could even be a sense of like, sludginess, like auric sludginess, I feel for some of you, and you're cleansing that this month. So do understand that when you cleanse, that sense of like murkiness in your aura, some things do fall out in life and some things do fall apart, but it just leaves space for you to refill it with something equally as beautiful. And again, Saturn is in your sign, and a wonderful supporting idea of Saturn is that it helps you to rebuild after anything falls through. But anyway, Capricorn, I really hope that these messages have helped you and have helped you grow more so on your path and have not been discouraging, because you are strong. You are stronger and healthier than a lot of signs right now. And I want you to remember that. I want you to feel safe and safeguarded during this time, as you truly are. Anyway, if this reading resonated for you, I so hope you'll get the opportunity to subscribe and like this video, and your comments are so helpful and so wonderful. I love to hear what's happening in individual stories relating to what was brought up in the reading. So thank you so much for that, and check the description box below for any other helpful pointers. I will be seeing you guys in your birth month of December. Talk soon. Bye.